This is a test. This is only a test.
On location in the heart of Colorado Springs, Colorado, it's In the Mix with DJ Inferno. On today's show, join Dante and his special guest, DJ Kyree. What's hot? DJ Inferno's top 10 club mix favorites and music in a minute. And now, please welcome your host, DJ Dante Inferno.
Hey everybody, and welcome to In the Mix, your up-to-the-minute entertainment news show. I am your host, DJ Inferno. Every week, we will be bringing you news on the latest music, theater, and entertainment in the Colorado Springs area and beyond. On today's show, we will be talking with the legendary DJ Kyree, one of the resident DJs at Club Q, located at 3430 North Academy Boulevard in Colorado Springs. Also, in today's music news, we will be talking about Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett's collaboration on their new album Cheek to Cheek, Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch drama, and Pat Benatar comes to the Pikes Peak Center. But first, Robin Williams, the man who graced the screen with his role as the ever-lovable Mrs. Doubtfire, the unorthodox and irreverent DJ in Good Morning Vietnam, Mork from Ork in Mork and Mindy, and the gay cabaret owner in The Birdcage, to name a few, has died at the age of 63 in his home in Tiburon, California, just north of San Francisco. The cause of his death is still being investigated. However, it is suspected to be a suicide due to asphyxia. All of us at PrideNet TV are extremely saddened by his sudden passing and wish his family well in their time of need. In other news, Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch is up for sale. The late great Michael Jackson made the fantasy of Peter Pan's Neverland into a real place in Los Olivos, California. And according to Forbes magazine, the 2,700-acre property is hitting the market. The Jackson family is frustrated and bitterly disappointed and saddened that it has come to this. If you are thinking, why not turn it into a Graceland fan attraction? That has crossed everyone's mind. However, the property is far from accessible for the general public and is currently appealing a $702 million bill. So I guess the $50 or so million question is, who will be the next inhabitant of Neverland Ranch? In local news, Pat Benatar will be coming to the Pikes Peak Center on Tuesday, August 19th with husband, guitarist, and producer Neil Giraldo for her 35th anniversary tour. Get your tickets by calling 719-520-SHOW or by visiting their website at www.pikespeakcenter.com.
Here comes Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. The 35th Anniversary Tour.
Today's guest is an award-winning actor-entertainer, female illusionist, club DJ, and music producer with his first ever EDM CD titled Amendment 64. The man behind the character known as Kyree Myst, please welcome the amazingly talented Harrison Charlie.
Well, before we get started, I want to say congratulations on your new show.
Thank you.
This is your first episode.
First ever.
And I love your set, so I brought you this little guy to be a part of your new show.
And what's his name?
He doesn't have a name. He's a little Buddha monk. He can put little incense in there. Incense in there.
Awesome. Well, why don't we put him right there on the top here? Got that all set.
He's cute.
Perfect. So, Harrison, I want to get started right away.
Sure.
You are a multifaceted, complex individual, and there's a lot to talk about. So, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Sure.
So, first of all, I want to know from you, what prompted you to become an entertainer?
I started on stage when I was very young. Officially, professionally, I started at 13 doing juggling shows. And in the shows, I would play dance music in the background, electronic music in the background, and that is what really inspired me to start. I would listen to the music and I would imagine myself DJing in a club. I would listen to the music and I would imagine myself writing electronic music, thinking to myself what I would do with this song.
So not only were you a juggler, but you were also a magician as well.
I was a magician. I did dancing. I did gymnastics when I was a child, and stage as well.
So music has always been a part of your life?
Always.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So how did the character Kyree Myst evolve in all of that?
It was 2001. I was living in Dallas at the time, and I had entered an amateur drag contest. And so it was my first time in. I went in on stage, did my little number, and I won. I won the amateur contest. I won $100. Yeah. And it just so happened that after that first time, I started getting asked to do more shows and more shows. And then I moved here in Colorado Springs, and I had started doing shows here in 2006.
At Club Q.
At Club Q in Colorado Springs.
And who introduced you to that?
There was a guy, he's passed on now, and his name is Bobby. We called him Cher, and he was the karaoke host. He was also the show director at the time. And we were at the club, and we were talking about drag queens and drag shows, and I said, oh, I've done drag before, so I showed him a picture of myself in drag on my phone, and he said, you're going to be on stage this Friday night. And I was like, okay, sure, but I'm just visiting here. I don't have any of my stuff. I don't have my wigs. I don't have my makeup. I don't have any of that stuff. And so he was on the phone with me all day the next day, and I was going around the entire town looking for wigs and hair and makeup and everything I needed. And I did it. I was on stage that Friday night. I did my first show there, and it was an overwhelming response. To the point where the audience actually asked for an encore, and that's never happened at Club Q before, or in any drag show I've ever seen in my life. The audience has never called a drag queen back on stage to do another performance. And since then, I've never seen that happen, honestly, anywhere.
That's cool. So you're a drag queen at Club Q, but also on the side, you were a part-time DJ.
Yes.
How did you marry those two together to all of a sudden become DJ Kyree?
I was DJing occasionally, sometimes on Tuesday nights, sometimes a few other nights a week, just practicing, not officially. I wasn't getting paid for it, I was just doing it for fun. And the DJ at the time offered me to do Friday nights, officially, which was the drag show night at Club Q, and it always has been. Friday nights is the drag show at Club Q. And so he asked me to take over Friday nights officially. And he's the one that kind of sparked the idea. He's like, it's a drag show. You're a drag queen, and you're a DJ. Put them together and DJ in drag. It would be a pretty cool idea. And so I started doing that. And it really started taking off in about 2011 when I really started doing drag performances during my DJ sets. I had never seen anybody do that before, so I thought I'd give it a try, and it's been working for me so far.
Yeah, I agree. So, who in the music industry, vocal artist right now, inspires you? Somebody from current, from somebody from past, you name it.
The number one in my life would have to be Michael Jackson. Another one is Madonna, and I think, honestly, if there's any musical artists of any kind out there that isn't influenced by Madonna or Michael Jackson, they're simply lying, because there are so many nuances and there are so many trends that they have cast out in the world that you don't even think about anymore, and it wouldn't have happened without Michael Jackson or Madonna.
So true. So true. And
then during the late 90s into the early 2000s, pop music started getting less popular in the mainstream until Lady Gaga came around. And with the entrance of Lady Gaga was the new reintroduction of pop music into the mainstream. And so she's definitely an influence. And 20 years from now, she's going to be right up there with Michael Jackson, Madonna, Prince, and Elvis and all of them, because those are the people that define a generation with their music, and they're the people who either create or reintroduce a genre of music into the mainstream focus of not only the United States but Canada.
So going back to your influence in the very beginning, becoming an entertainer, electronic dance music, who were the leading performers that inspired you not only to become a DJ, but to also write your own music?
There has to be, I think from my youth, the three major ones, and they still influence me today, would have to be Two Unlimited. I would listen to all of their albums over and over. Get ready for this, yes. They used that song in car commercials now. Mm-hmm. But I listened to all their albums back to back. I listened to Prodigy and all of their albums back to back. I listened to the Crystal Method, all of their albums back to back. And those are the three main influences that made me want to be a DJ, that made me want to create my own music, because I would hear things in the music and I would start creating new melodies or new beats in the music in my own head, and I just and as soon as I had the ability and the right equipment, I started doing it.
So tell me a little bit about Amendment 64.
Amendment 64 is my first album. I started it in December of 2013, and it's my first chance. It's my first try at creating my own music.
Sure.
And it took 6 months to put the album together. I was definitely influenced by the artists that I already named, but there's specifically a few artists from today, Avicii, Rehab, that have you can clearly hear the Rehab influences in some of the songs. You can clearly hear the Avicii influences in some of the songs, because those are the guys that are popular right now. Mm-hmm. So bringing together the early 90s artists and artists that are popular today, that's what I tried to accomplish with this album.
And the first single that came out as a teaser was Yes. Is that correct?
That's the correct.
Okay.
That's the name of the song.
Yes, is the name of the song.
Yeah.
That's right. And then right now is currently Filthy Sinners.
Filthy Sinners is the current single.
Okay.
And it's actually one of my favorite tracks on the entire album.
And you can get all of these singles as well as the full album on iTunes, on Amazon,
Google Play. You can get physical copies at Club Q, or you can get physical copies on eBay.
All right, very cool. We have a couple of questions via social media.
Cool.
So let's take a look at that and see what some of our fans have asked. Since inclusion is hopefully everyone's goal, what has been your experience with being accepted?
My experience with being accepted is when I was younger, I had never fit in, and even as an adult, I've never really quite fit into any group, so it was kind of normal for me. I was never really concerned with being one of the guys. I was never really concerned with fitting in with a group of people, because I had always done my own thing. And there were times in my youth that I had been oppressed, that I had been called names, or that I had people do things to me on the hallways or things like that. And I had always thought that was normal. I had always thought that because there was no one else around my age that was gay, or that was different, or that was into the arts. And so I just figured this is the way life was. I just figured that oppression was just a normal part of everyday life. Until I obviously grew up and learned that oppression is everywhere. And I guess nowadays, not only being a drag queen, but being an entertainer, the drag queens, in my head, the drag community is supposed to stand for acceptance and equality. I think a man in a dress is the height of what you can, of acceptance. If you were to be a man who were in a dress, you would obviously be standing for acceptance, for equality, for inclusion.
And it all started from the very beginning with Stonewall.
Right. Obviously, yes.
Well, Kyree, I want to thank you so much, or should I say Harrison, for joining me today on In the Mix. Everybody, please stay tuned, because we will have another interview with Kyree. There will be a part 2. I don't know exactly when that will happen, but stick around and we will definitely be seeing you again soon. Right here on In the Mix with DJ Inferno. And now here is your Music Minute. Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett are collaborating once again on a full Cheeky album titled Cheek to Cheek. their first full collaboration since Bennett's Grammy Award-winning album, Duets 2, where the duo recorded Lady Is a Tramp. A few confirmed tracks for the Cheek to Cheek album are Anything Goes, Bang Bang, My Baby Shot Me Down, Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered, Cheek to Cheek, It Don't Mean a Thing If You Ain't Got That Swing, Lush Life, and Sophisticated Lady. The album is scheduled for release on September 23rd, but here is a clip from their duet of Cole Porter's Anything Goes.
Such great romances, we know that we're bound to answer when we propose. Anything goes. Anything goes. Anything goes. Anything goes.
Alright everybody, this is DJ Inferno once again sitting here with DJ Kyree, and we're going to tell you about our top 10 favorite What's Hot tracks for the summer of 2014. Kyree, take it away.
Alright, so my favorite tracks this summer would obviously be Summer by Calvin Harris. I want you to check out the Too Loud remix of that one. It's a sickening remix. Another great song this summer is Find You by Zed featuring Marion Bryant. The Sing Cole remix of that one is great. One of my favorite songs of the summer that I played over and over again, I even performed it a lot, was Birthday by Katy Perry. The Cash Cash remix of that one is great. Check out Break Free, that's a new one from Zed and Ariana Grande. And another one of my favorites that's really starting to move up the charts and get some radio play is Wasted by Tiesto. Check out the Amit Ozkan remix of that one.
Right, and moving up the charts, one of my all-time favorites that just came out, Bang Bang by Jessie J, Ariana Grande, and Nicki Minaj. We also have Revolution, and that is by Rehab, Nervo, and Amit Ozkan remix. I also like a single by Demi Lovato, and that is called Really Don't Care. That's right, and that is featuring Cher Lloyd. And I enjoy the Jump Smokers remix of that. That's pretty awesome. Also, moving up the charts pretty quickly, Boom Clap by Charlie XCX. The Aeroplane mix is cool. And still one of my favorites on the charts today. It's been playing for quite a while. Talk Dirty by Jason Derulo. And we both decided on the Cokehead and Cola Face remix. So check us out at Club Q every weekend, where we will be playing some of these songs as well as many others. So happy dancing, everyone. Join us again on In the Mix with DJ Inferno. Hey everybody, this is DJ Inferno with In the Mix, and I have been challenged to do the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. So we are here today filling a lovely bucket full of water, followed by some ice, and my husband Troy is going to dump it on my head. But first, I have a couple of people that I need to nominate as well to do this challenge, and these are the following: Dr. Alex Constantinides, Jake Walker, Nick Rizeka, Sally Hall, Michelle Rosales, and Chantel Drinkwater. You guys have 24 hours to do this challenge and post it on your Facebook. Here we go. Bucket Challenge. I am DJ Inferno with In the Mix, and you guys have 24 hours to do this challenge as well.